Detective, a package arrived for you. It's on your desk. Yeah, you're welcome.
Thanks, Kathy. This is why I tolerate you. Hello, everyone, and welcome back once again to the Exorcist Legion VR. And I'll be honest, I can't wait to get through this. I'm gonna try and finish it in this part with 2 more chapters left to go, those being Samaritan and the Tomb. I love it when the level names are basically spoilers, but yeah, as I said at the beginning of the previous part, I've almost developed an obsession with religious horror since starting this series, where I just have to research every little thing I can. Now, in the time between this part and the last, I've gone and watched The Exorcist 3 since you guys recommended it, and I really liked it a lot, and I feel like this game actually takes more after that than it does after the original movie. Now, what have we got here? This parcel was flagged by the post room. It came illegally from an inmate in a New Hampshire corrections facility. We didn't find anything dangerous, Detective, but we thought you should know. What have we got? A passport, airline ticket, and a boarding pass. Can I separate these things? There's gotta be some way I can look at it, right? It looks like it says Boston to Haiti. Why would somebody be going to Haiti? Maybe this stuff belonged to the priest who was murdered in the beginning? I mean, it did say that he was traveling the world performing exorcisms, or maybe trying to work out some line of clues that he was following. Alright, I can't seem to gather any more information from that, but I'll tell you where we can gather some more information from. We haven't actually tried exploring down the hall yet. Now, I think I might have tried some of these doors in the beginning, but I know I didn't try that one, and I didn't try to leave. I wonder what'll happen if I do. God, why was that? The audio in this game has been really good so far, but that muffled voice was, like, scary. It almost sounded like compressed audio in some 90s game. Can we leave? That plant's looking a little better. We should fix that on the way out. One moment. Oh, hey. It actually does wilt in real time. I wasn't actually able to see that the first time because I was looking down into the pot. But you guys helpfully pointed it out in the comments that it did that. Oh, this is evidence storage. I wonder if we'll be able to come in here and see mementos from our previous cases. Actually, I wonder if the contents of this room are based on things we were able to solve. There's the bust from the priest's office. Documents from the possessed teacher and the chessboard. Although, it looks like the chessboard itself is... Oh no, right, that folded up and we found something inside. Wow, we're taking a lot of property from random private citizens. This thing was just a decoration in some guy's house. Maybe I took it as payment for saving his baby. Now this thing... What is with this? This is the statuette that we found on the altar in the church, but I was never able to figure out what it is. It looks like maybe an idol of one of the demons we're dealing with. And it is many demons that we're dealing with. And actually, as you guys pointed out, there is actually biblical lore to explain what we're doing here, which I find super fascinating. Apparently, when we spoke to one at the beginning of the game, it actually refers to a passage in the Bible in which I believe Jesus performs an exorcism, and he asks the demon its name, and it replies, "My name is Legion, for we are many." Now, can we still interact with this object? Oh, there's actually a plaque. I gaze upon the breaking dawn, then look away, for I am scorn. Turn left to hear the devil's horn. I see him wear the crown of thorns. So I gaze upon the breaking dawn, so east, then look away, for I am scorn, Yep, right there. And then left to the Devil's Horn. So south? It's hard to control. Yep, right there. No? I don't know if maybe I can't solve it while it's in here. Wait, why is this book here? I recognize this from the baby's shelf. Oh, it's a pop-up book. Consult your doctor in the early stages for advice about you and your baby. Your body is undergoing big changes, so it's natural to feel unwell. Maybe if I had looked at this, it would have unlocked one of those memories, and I could have gotten that score up to 100%. Well, let's get started with Chapter 4, Samaritan. Infection radius? Oh boy, are we going to Haiti? An unknown epidemic has ravaged a Haitian community, causing unrest. An international team of doctors was sent to investigate, but haven't been seen since. Overrun by looters, the Santa Sant Healthcare Center now strikes fear into the local residents. Is this disease Mother Nature at work? Or something more unnatural? This feels well outside my jurisdiction! Excuse me, I'm a Boston cop. What am I doing here? What am I doing in Haiti trying to solve an epidemic? Cleanse their soul. Move souls. Cleanse this place. Are we dealing with an outbreak of demonic possession? Emergency Global Distress Beacon.
This is an urgent distress call. I'm Dr. Hopkins of the Epidemic and Pandemic Disease Force, the EPDF. The Sante Sat Health Center is under siege. We can't hold for long. Send help, please! Send help!
What do those posters say? Fun fact, Petter walked 1,000 miles to raise money for cancer research. Oh, is this maybe the team? What is this? Guardian of the... Wait, Papa Legba. Guardian of the Crossroads? Put over the door. Baron Samedi, Loa of the Dead, Aizan, Patron of the Marketplace. Maybe we should keep this in mind, keep this close to us, because we might have to reference it. Yeah, it says, Guardian of the Crossroads, put over the door. Well, sound played, so I guess that means it's good that I picked it up? Yeah, it looks like they barricaded themselves in. That symbol is above this door as well. Maybe some kind of protective symbol? It said that they were here treating a mysterious outbreak, and then they were attacked by the locals. The question is, though, first of all, if that door is barricaded, how did I get in? And also, where did they go? Unless maybe they're still here? Hello? Are they still trying to get in? It doesn't sound like there's a crowd outside. Danger, contagious, dead inside. Wear protective clothing. Does a watch count as protective clothing? Are these boxes for storing the dead? Break glass. I probably need the hammer for that. A feather? Oh, you're really not going to let me pick that up? That seems significant. And it's not like the ground is covered in them either. I mean, there's another one over here. And a medicine cabinet, which looks like it's been pretty thoroughly cleaned out. Alright, well, let's break that glass and try and get through this door. Yeah, that's how hammers work. Oh! Oh no. Thanks for the help, demon, but... Are you really gonna... Oh, man. Oh, the vertigo. Ooh. What? Was that sound because I looked down? Oh, man. Lead the way, Hammer. Oh, I didn't like watching that. I just gotta look forward. My stomach is legitimately dropping looking at that. Alright. Just... No! Oh, thank God it's a cutscene. Oh, I was so worried I was gonna have to shimmy my way down there like a Gary's Mod map and all the jankiness that entails. Wait. Do you hear that? It sounds like footsteps, but it's so dark in there. This flashlight is hardly doing anything for me. Is there anything inside the elevator? It doesn't look like it. Okay. Let's be ready. This thing hasn't let us down yet. Actually, maybe this is more a job for the burner. Actually, maybe I should have been using the burner upstairs. What is that? What is that? There's something on top of the corpse. Hen? And some kind of serpent. There's a bloodstain in there, like a handprint. Incredible level of detail in these environments. Everything's just got so much dirt and grit and grime to it, and bugs crawling all over everything. Sample 13. What is that? I don't think that was a snake that went down the drain. I think it was whatever tentacled monstrosity is in this jar. Is that meant to suggest that whatever that is came out of this body? Is that somehow symptomatic of whatever plague is ravaging this village? Place ID here. Okay, I guess we should be on the lookout for an ID. Bad time to go out, Lant. You're not alive, are you? You're not gonna move on me? You just stay where you are. There's some stuff behind me that I have to check out. What does this say? It is said that a sacrifice must happen in buildings to seal a bond between occupants and demon. Many foreign aid workers and builders simply ignore these practices. The only way to remove the demon is a purification ceremony. A bad spirit can be rooted within a site and must first be exposed before an exorcism is possible. I thought I just heard something. I don't like turning around to deal with this stuff. Salt spray. Salt mist. A burst of crystallized holy minerals will repel untoward spirits. The holy minerals have been used for millennia to reveal the darkness hidden in the shadows. What does that mean? Ball. Unknown disease kills 14 in rural town. Weakness. Like a disease, he isn't immune to... What does that say? Isn't immune to something minerals and salts. These may draw Ball out of his host. So the demon we're dealing with is something called Ball? Father Bell. Dear Mr. Finch, thank you for the letter you wrote to me. The EPDF won't understand what you're dealing with. They only serve to condemn themselves to death through their stubborn assumption that science is the only answer. I've sent some tools and research papers to you, and hope to fly over in the coming weeks. This is one of the places that was visited by the priest, or at least he planned to. I'll need you to find local help, too. Please make contact with a Hongan in the area. I cannot pretend to fully understand the local customs, but believe we share common ground. So this team was in contact with the priest. Now it seems like at some point they would have started taking the priest's advice. I mean, we did see those symbols over the doorways. Is it over this one as well? No. Okay. So what we're going to have to do is get the holy salt out. It says that basically this demon would have attached not to the people, but maybe to the place, if I'm understanding correctly. So let's bring out the holy salt. Yield holy salt shaker. There you are. Spritz. Nothing? No? Okie doke. What is that noise? Oh, I guess that's the sound of the salt replenishing. There's moths in the air. Alright. Oh, these are their notes on the disease. Yeah, it looks like he shot himself. Adapts and evolves at a rapid rate. Initial exposure to UV showed promising results, okay. Over time, the virus adapted and began to divide at an accelerated rate. Try other wavelengths. And a bunch of other stuff I don't really understand. Alright, well, I'm just going to stick with the holy salt, right? That cures all. This is Hopkins. You see what I mean about the details? I don't like leaning this close in, though. You know, you always yell at people for being stupid in horror movies, leaning up close to the corpse to try and see some small detail, but, you know, that's what I appreciate about VR, is that you see how not stupid it is, because it ends up having you do the same things. Can we maybe restore the power? I doubt it. It looks like it's been cut. Yeah, well, I guess we could try. And this appears to be a sample. Will the salt work on it? It doesn't seem to have done anything. Alright, let's try it. No. Actually, maybe we should be ready with the salt instead. Ready with the salt. Ready with the salt. It's leading me. There's always been one important piece of equipment in each level. This time, it's got to be the saw. There's someone standing over there. I think I need. I don't know what I need. No. Out of bounds warning, but. Yeah, you get out of here, you. Oh, it's not even you. It's someone else. Okay, well, if the standing corpse is leaving, that's fine by me. If I do say so myself. Now that the power's on, is there an ID that I can use? Actually, in order to get the elevator started, that corpse must have used an ID, right? What happens if I try the spray on you? Nothing. Oh, I just realized it's a good thing I came back to look for an ID.
I cut the power. I had no choice. Chad is dead. Finch is still down there, draining animals of their blood. There is something else down there. Some creature. I
What?
only saw its eyes tracking me. Oh, maybe I'm losing my mind. You're not real. This isn't real. I will not be tricked. You can't have me, Finch. I had to shut off the power. We have to be quarantined. There's no way out. God, forgive me.
Battery low. Please talk to charge.
Oh, that Hopkins, him and his office pranks. He mentioned some other creature down below. And he also mentioned that another member of the team is down there, draining the blood of animals. Maybe if we go back to reception, we can crush the one on the roof. Maybe? You still up there? I don't see you. Actually, maybe I have to find an ID card still. Maybe we can use this now. Aha, there we go. Alright, samples. Infected blood sample, day 7. Virus network times 1,000 magnification. And virus cell. So they did seem confident that it was a virus. UV exposure experiment. Blah, blah, blah. UV exposure worked initially, but then they adapted and grew. So it worked at first, but not in the long term, and ultimately the sample survived. Access credentials, okay. Moser, Bernard, Finch, Bello, Okeki. Can I... Oh, I can just print access cards from right here. Alright. Does it matter which one I print? Alright, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, who cares? Bernard. Print. Thank you. Come on. Come on. You're doing the opposite of coming on. Alright, right here, but... Subject... deceased. So we need to find the one who's still alive. Okay. So we already did Bernard. Next up is Moser. Let's work backwards and then forwards. Is Moser still alive? Nope. Finch? Maybe Finch did a little better. There we go. Finch is alive. Is Finch the one on the elevator, or is he the one that was down there draining blood from animals? Or both? In any case, I'm going to go back up to reception first, so that I can... No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No. No, 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 no. No! You stay where you are! You...
He is not the first to try, not the first to fail.
Well, I'm gonna be the first to succeed. Okay, so it doesn't look like I really had a choice. I wanted to head back up and search for maybe something I might have missed in the beeswax light, but it doesn't look like I'm gonna have the chance. Am I infected? Look, there's like blackened veins on my hands. I think I'm infected. Well, we're in it now. We're ride or die. And those moths are still ever present. No. Oh, I have to push it out. That's always so confusing to me. And here is the body storage. Okay, no demons there. Maybe what I need right now is the lantern. Oh, that's no help at all. It's not any brighter. It's been hyping up the use of the salt. I don't like the way that noise is ramping up. Something's in here. Something's moving around in here. Oh, hello, hen. Oh, there's a bunch of them hanging up down here. Were they infected, or is that part of some kind of ritual? Oh, screw that! You've got an exposed arm on the side of the ID, meaning that when I go to pick up the ID, you are going to grab me. Do you think that I've never seen a horror movie in my life before? Thank you. Area access.
We dead have no soul. Lend us yours.
Nah. That didn't work how I expected. Perhaps I can use this? It seems like I can. It's glowing. But it's also highly directional, so sometimes you have to hunt for the right spot. That's what we found in the previous parts. Oh, were you still alive? Yeah, sorry to hear that. That's an unfortunate situation, but I don't know if I can help you. Or is this just reflecting in my flashlight? You didn't kill yourself or die of the disease. You guys were murdered. That's the symbol for the doors. Yep, you get on out of there. Wait, maybe I have to do this for all of them?
I am voice in your ear. I am air in your lungs. I am blood in your veins. Look if you don't believe.
Chicken feet used for protection against evil spirits. They must be fixed by a Hugen, a male voodoo priest, or Mambo, a female voodoo priest. Sacrificial blade, a handle commonly made from wood that may have something carvings carved into the surface. Contrary to broader research, Creole voodoo does not favor a particular type of blade for sacrifice. It seems like they're almost integrating voodoo with Christian practices, or maybe they were just trying anything they could get their hands on. But what do I do? The salt worked on excising something from that body, but will we have to do it to others as well? To all of them? It didn't do anything for you. Another ID. This is K. Bello. Do I need these, or do they just stay where they are? I've been sealed in. Nope! Come on, get out. Out with you. That's not what I wanted. That's like the last thing that I wanted. I can't move! Be in fewer places, please. Hang on. I got a whole goodie bag. This isn't working. Go away. Yep. No, you don't. Come on. Are you gonna come at me one by one? What are you doing? Nope, you stop this now. You stop this! Which one of you is it? Which one of you is it?
He dares to resist. We need vessel.
Is it you? It's you. Hi. What's good? I can't see anything. My vision's all blurred. Where are you? Where are you? I'd like to be holding two objects at once right now, but it makes it so hard to do that. I can't see anything. I can only see in, like, bursts at a time. There you are. Come on. Come on, I'm ready for you. I'm ready. I'm not ready right now. Actually, hold on a second. Come on, closer. You, closer. I can only move so far. I'm like trapped into a small area.
Surrender your soul. I will not be cleansed now.
Oh, yes you will. I've gotten real good at this. Ask the baby. Second time's the charm. Yep. Nah. No! You're all stitched together. Ow. Nope. Am I supposed to hunt for the one spot that I'm supposed to use? I don't know what to do. Yep. Okay, so that's the... I guess that's the extent of this fight. Yep. Okay. It's almost done. Come on. The power price compels you. And there you go. Although, let's take those words to heart. I will leave with you. And we are infected with whatever this is. Trapped below ground, the Haitian army found me a day later among the corpses of the research team. Posing as Dr. Hopkins, I made it to the airport without too many questions. Such as what a Boston detective is doing here, these demonic encounters have left me with a strange sensation. As if I'm being led towards an inevitable confrontation. I can feel Pazuzu's presence.
Detective, a package arrived for you.
Yep, a package. There's always a package. Yeah, so from what I understand, Pazuzu is the demon from the first movie. But I don't think the name was ever actually mentioned in that movie, and for that matter, I don't think it was ever mentioned here either. So I don't know how my character knows this, unless there are some documents that I maybe missed. I probably got a really bad score on that. Yep, 25%. Research the disease, don't get hit by flying objects, complete the artifact. I didn't do any of that. Yeah, alright, well, whatever. I don't feel like going back. That's something that's... I mean, granted, I guess I could have, like, explored a little more. It's so... And it's been, like, every chapter so far where it's so unclear what it actually is that I'm supposed to be doing in the climax. Like, you just kind of have to play around and figure it out, and by the time you've done that, it's not really scary anymore. Really, really annoying. Okay, now... Pittsgate Correctional Facility, New Hampshire County. Detective. One of our inmates attacked and almost killed a police officer. Detective Jameson of Pittsgate PD is now in a critical condition, with severe lacerations to the throat and neck. The inmate, known widely as the Gemini Copycat Killer, took his own life 3 days after the attack on Detective Jameson. Just before the attack, Detective Jameson was carrying out an interview in which the inmate specifically requested to speak to you. We hope you can shed light on these events. Killed himself 3 days after the attack. So, if this is what I think it is, then that means the host is gone and it can now claim a new one. Where can we play this? Over there, probably?
Detective Jameson, prisoner interview at New Hampshire CF.
Where's the detective? I want Boston PD.
You're in New Hampshire, pal. We ain't going on a field trip. I'm all you got. So you can tell me what you need.
You're wasting time. I can feel Pazuzu clouding my mind.
Has Uzi? Screw this. Guard!
No, wait. I'll talk, okay? But you have to promise you'll get this to Boston PD.
Just get on with it, pal.
Detective, I hope you're listening because he is listening. He hears everything and has silenced all that oppose him. I know that he wants me next. But be warned, detective. I'm not his prize. You are.
This is going nowhere.
You must go to his tomb. It's the only way. It sits sealed off below the border of Iraq and Jordan. Someone must have disturbed the excavation site. Please,
That's enough. We're through here. I've got real work to do, you whack job. Detective Jameson, prisoner interview at New Hampshire CF. Look, pal, you gonna confess today, or is this another waste of time?
Confession. Yes, I do have a confession to make. I torture men for our own gain. I take their eyes to see. I take their tongue to speak. And I take their souls to feed.
Okay, so who have you tortured? Give me a list.
Oh, many. Too many to count. You think me a copycat. You think me obsessed with the Gemini killer. You call me a copycat killer, but I am not. I am the original. I am the madness in the caves of Decapolis. I am wild dogs loose on the girl in Morocco. I am the claw in that priest's throat. I am the noose upon this man's neck. I am the voice in your head. I am the voice in your head.
Oh, that was an excellent scare. That was absolutely beautiful. The way they draw you in, fascinated by that interview, which, by the way, certainly takes heavy inspiration from the interviews in The Exorcist 3. And then the fourth wall is broken basically twice over, given that this is watching a tape in VR. That might be my... Honestly, I've really enjoyed this game so far, except for, like, the ends of the levels, and... Honestly, I think that might take the cake for making the best use of both the medium and the property. Alright, I'm going to take a short break, And then we're gonna go have our final confrontation in the tomb. Let's see if we can use this to get an idea of what we're dealing with. Graphical difficulties, stimulus-bound response, conceptual deficits, preservation. Are these like psych evalu? Oh, it is a psych evaluation. Okay. Well, let's try it. Cut off its head, and the body will follow. At least that's what they say. I've traveled too far on this path to turn back. Well, it seems like the Iraq-Syria border, Upper Mesopotamia. We have to go back to the cradle of civilization to do this. And this is one of the things I absolutely love about religious horror. You get the feeling that you're only a small part in a much, much greater story. To actually be speaking with a being through someone you may know that existed thousands of years ago and was there at the very beginning of civilization and maybe even before. Now how am I getting through? Am I going to need to rely on this? Do I not have a flashlight with me? Seems like a massive oversight on my part. Oh, I can hardly see anything. But that is a massive cavern. Oh, this is far beyond my duties as a detective. Oh, is this the bridge that Indiana Jones had to walk across in The Last Crusade? It's so dark, even with all that light coming through the crack. Are those bats? After the imagery we've been bombarded with, my first thought was moths, but I think they're a little bit too big and a little bit too noisy for that. It is disturbingly quiet. Oh, there's so much more around me, but it's so dark. Unless maybe I can take a torch off the wall? Oh, I can! If only I had learned how to read. See, the problem with holding this torch is I can't hold something else. But it looks like someone camped out here at some point. Oh, good, that actually works. Maybe I can light this lantern? This is not how you light a lantern. No, there's nothing inside. I like my marshmallows well done. Oh, I have to pull it. Well, that offered less resistance than I thought it would. Well, into the cavern of death we go. Off in search of an ancient evil. Equipped with nothing but starvation to guide me. Well, we're in it now. This is... what a way to end this. Navigating an ancient tomb by torchlight. I'll take that as the sign I'm getting close. I've got to kind of position my torch strategically because otherwise my eyes adjust to it and I can't see an inch beyond them. Can I light these candles? Yes. Let's do that. We're gonna want all the light we can get. This looks a fair bit newer than ancient. What is this? Well, I can't burn it, but I can interact with it. But why? I guess let's continue to look around and see what we find. Just pushing through the receding darkness. This is the kind of thing that VR was made for. Wrath. Yeah, I'm pretty wrathful that I had to leave my cushy day job as a Boston detective to come crawl around in some hole in Iraq. He is risen. He is risen. Who is risen? Come on. I'm chasing you down at this point. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I have crossed the ash threshold at this point. Okay. Maybe you still got a few tricks up your sleeve. I respect that. Can't light these candles. They've already melted all the way down. Some sort of shrine. Have I been this way? Or was that not open before? How can a cave system like this even exist? What do I do with this rope? Burn it, perhaps? No? One of these days, I'm going to be able to burn a rope and save us all. Did that help me? Surely you don't expect me to run and jump. My legs are getting a little wobbly just looking at this. Okay, so what do I do then? This would be the absolute worst time for something to come running up behind me. What do I do? Maybe I can leave this here. Hello? It's telling me about the beeswax burner. It's a leap of faith. It is an honest-to-God leap of faith. Okay, let's grab you. Want to give this a second because... No. We want to give this a second because we want the burner... Oh, the burner doesn't have to be on anymore. No. Cross. Finish crossing! Alright. We're gonna end this thing. Yep. I'm not scared of your whispers. Unless they come from behind, then I'll probably be a little bit scared momentarily. But then I'll be fine. Oh, like that. God, that is so weird. That is so weird. You stay back there. Stay back there. Stay back there. Can I just say how much I appreciate how long it's making me do this for? It's really making it feel like I'm lost down in the deep, deep dark, and I'll never find my way back. Unless, of course, I find my way all the way back. How is that possible? There's a crucifix over this door, which is now closed. Can I do something with this now? Burn it, maybe? One of these days I'll get to burn a rope and save us all. Stop that. He pulled that like 15 times already. But as it's a jump scare... there's one thing this game does really well. It's making use of directional sound. Hi. Incredible, the change of scenery. We've spent the entire game in all of these modern institutions, only to find ourselves in an ancient ruin, really revealing how this isn't just a story of crime happening now, but a story of the evil that's been plaguing humanity the entire time. No. You go away now. Well, I lost my torch, so... It's like the cells from the hospital. Well, that's no good. But what am I waiting for? Oh, it's like I've been sealed into a tomb. I guess making a comparison to that of a padded cell. No!
Do you like chasing the dead, detective?
Kind of. I consider myself an amateur ghost hunter. Can I... wait. Perhaps I can perform some kind of exorcism? No. Next in the toolbox? Here! No. Yes. Come on. Come on, replenish. Not what I wanted. Where are you? Am I gonna get that back? Oh, there you are. I see the hallucinations have begun. The end stage of every modern game. Are you gonna give me a torch to work with? Please? Please, my kingdom, for some form of light. Yes, okay. Thank you. Thank you. I guess now's the part where I revisit my sins. Or at least what I consider to be sins, the guilt that I hold. Was that anyone we know up on the cross? Was that maybe the priest? It said to confess. Maybe there's something about my character that we don't know? And another door is opened on the right. This is where I undergo my spiritual journey. To the demons, it's torment, but maybe this is where I'm meant to kind of cleanse my soul so that I'm able to banish Pazuzu. Hi, you again? You guys heard that, right? One of you guys told me that YouTube now has more higher quality directional sound, and I really hope that's really the case, because this level is making so much use of that, as well as the previous one. And honestly, if you're not listening to this video with headphones, what are you doing? Because it's such a large part of this game's strength. Can I take this with me? Yeah, oh, I can! Wait, can I put you on top and use you as like a jack-o'-lantern? No. Ugh. Okay. That looks like an image of Mary, but like with the wrists slashed. Some kind of sacrifice was made here. Like the blood poured into the bowls. Where are you? Am I meant to light the candle? Yeah, I expected something like that to happen. Alright, so what's gonna happen now is, I gotta turn around. Horror 101, folks, they made me walk down a long, dark hallway and activate a trigger. So, now I've gotta turn around, whether I like it or not. It's necessary, really. Circle of life, gotta do a little circle to progress. And I do that little ritual every time now, because if I call it, it means that it won't happen. Call it a superstition, but so far I've had good luck with it. Oh, there's so many winding corridors and different directions I can take. Now I have to wonder, is this a site that at one point was blessed, or is all this meant to be more of a mockery?
On the other side of the sea, Jesus arrived in the region of the Gerasenes. As soon as he got out of the boat, a man with an unclean spirit appeared from the tombs and met him. He'd been living in the tombs and could no longer be restrained, even with chains and shackles. No one had the strength to subdue him. Night and day in the tombs and in the mountains, he kept crying out and cutting himself with stones, and Jesus declared, "Come out of this world, you unclean spirit."
It is the priest. No. Is it just me, or has he moved a little bit? You stay where you are. Maybe. Can I still use this? No. Who's texting me at this hour? Oh, I wish I could light these candles. Okay, what do you want? A salt mist. Come on. Come on, the scroll wheel is so sensitive on here. All right, let's bring out whatever's in you. What was that? There was something there for just a second. What is? What's there? Who's there? No. A pig's head. This is one of those moments where my movement is locked. I actually don't really care. Oh, now I can move again. Yeah, I don't like it when that happens. Am I meant to do something with you? Perhaps another spritz of the spritzer? No? Okay, it was worth a shot. I've been getting stuck so much that it's worth trying everything. Well, I guess you're coming with me, Porky. This was the painting. This was where the priest had his stuff behind the painting. Maybe I can leave now. Oh. Nope, 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 no, 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 no! Oh, Christ! Oh! Fitting phrase to be used here, huh? Oh, Jesus Christ, let's get out of here. Now, I haven't done the Catholic thing in forever, but I don't think... I'm just grabbing stuff now. I don't think you're supposed to say that. Maybe that's why this stuff keeps happening to me. Alright, Yes, you. So much better than the beeswax burner. I am sweating buckets, you guys. I don't think so. I'm just pushing forward. I'm just pushing forward because I know that God saved me. God's not doing anything for you, but I'm the one that's going to save you. Or maybe not. You seem to already be a spinal column. Not much saving you from that. Just gotta keep pushing forward, because the sooner I do, the sooner we can be out of here. What's over here? Back where we started. Back at the beginning, only now the rope goes down. It's almost like whoever placed it here was swallowed up by the earth. Oh, it's a long way down. Oh no. Oh no. That's the last thing I need. A ride down the river Styx. Oh, I have to pull myself along. It's gonna turn out that this rope is hanging out of some giant creature's mouth.
This is Father Phineas Bell of St. Vincent de Paul in Boston. If you're listening to this, I expect that Pazuzu has already stained my mind. Do not let him do the same to you. You must finish my work. However lucid his savage visions, however piercing his violent threats, he must be stopped. His flame must be extinguished and his presence expelled from the tomb. It is the only way. It is the only way.
But how do I do that? You can't kill a demon. What would expelling it from the tomb do? Wouldn't it just find another host? Then again, it did say in the previous part that a demon can attach itself to a place. Is that what's happened here? Come on. We're near the end. That's what it is. That's the idol that we found at the beginning. It's an idol of Pazuzu. A false god, I guess. Looks like I'm not the first to make it here. Something knows I'm here. But that's the thing. That's the one takeaway from the Exorcist movies, is that the harder they fight, the more you know you're doing something right. If they tell you something's not working, if they try to mock you, that's how you know, keep doing that thing. Am I meant to do something? Maybe put out the flame? I'm left in darkness. What's happening? What do I do? Where do I go?
What do you believe? After all the pain you have seen, all the cases that keep you up at night, do you believe in the bloated torso dredged from the canal? Do you believe in the cigarette-burnt limbs of a child in a shallow grave? Do you believe in the puddle of human slime that seeped through the floorboards? You think humanity deserves to thrive in its own rotting decay? That I should not indulge in humanity's madness? Why would a god let you, such unholy slime, carry out God's work?
Will daylight be enough to cast you out?
You are a pathetic stain, a lost, fat sow in a world beyond your understanding.
I think I've come to understand you pretty well. Where are you? Where have you gone? Ah! Where have you gone? Where have you gone? Where have you gone? There you are.
It's time to accept that you are a failed species.
I almost have... Oh, you've got wings. You're a wingy boy. All right, come on. On this episode of Billy the Exterminator.
You all believe that man is made in God's image, and you kill one another over which God it is.
I don't think I'm doing something wrong. I think this is exactly how it's supposed to go. You're clearly weakening, or at least getting angrier, which means I'm winning. When you feel frustrated, when you feel like you don't have power, that's when I'm winning. And ultimately, you can't do anything that you're not allowed to. There you are. Come on. Get compelled by the power of Christ now. God, I love this thing. It's doing a little bit of a bouncy movement right there. Yeah, maybe that's its a victory dance. Jesus is like
Study firm, but a god you know what it is capable of. And it gives you nightmares, doesn't it, detective?
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening to my vision?
Dreams of violence and suffering. We've never saved anyone, have you? You helplessly follow as others cut
I saved that baby, that's enough for me.
and sever and mutilate their victims. This is a new beginning for you, detective. You will be my claw. You will be the killer. I will kill, and you will watch as I disembowel the remnants of your so-called humanity. You will join us. You will be us. We are Legion, and we are many.
Oh, the gap is the sign of the cross. I think we just took one for the team. Now that is divine intervention. Are we trapped here now? In a flash of brilliant light, it was over. Everything that led me here crumbled to dust around me. I still couldn't say if it was an intervention or a coincidence. Well, what do you think? But the midday sun illuminated Pazuzu's tomb, leaving him nowhere to hide. ... I narrated to myself. The fight between good and evil would seem surreal now, if not for the stench. That sick stench of Pazuzu's charred, rotting flesh that lingered around me for months after. The chief wants the Bell murder case off my desk. Is there more? I guess I made it out of there. I guess it really is over. Let's see how we did. 50%. No hints, no dead ends. Cracked timer. Wait, I never used any hints. And no dead ends. That seems to be just left entirely up to chance. I guess, you know what? Maybe the hint was when I took too long and it told me to use the spray bottle on the corpse. Yeah, well, whatever. I'm okay with that. An MRI scan has revealed the cause of the detective's ringing ear and hallucinations. A vine-like growth in the temporal lobe is causing stress and restricted flow of blood to both the auditory and visual cortex. Is that consistent with what we saw in Haiti? Well, folks, that was the Exorcist Legion VR. And I have to say, certainly not a bad start, or a bad introduction to full-length VR horror games. That was incredible. And it came out 5 years ago. Imagine the ways the medium might have evolved since then. I can't wait to try some more. Man, the way this game utilized directional sound was incredible all throughout. The way every exorcism really felt like a battle for the soul. It made great use of not only sound, but haptic feedback and, objects in the environment that I could interact with to really make it feel like the world is falling apart. My chief complaint, if I have one for this entire game, is that some of the climaxes had their pacing somewhat ruined by the fact that it was a little bit unclear what I was supposed to do. And also some of the conditions for getting higher percentages on some of the levels seem a little bit arbitrary. Like, I had a problem during the baby level where, I had to use the cross to cast out the serpents before they reached the crib. And, for some reason the first time I did it, it just wasn't really working that well. Upon a retry, it worked perfectly fine, so maybe it was just some kind of issue I was having, but in any case, overall, extremely, extremely good game that made good use not only of the medium of VR, but actually was a pretty good adaptation of the property that it's adapting. They really make it feel like you're dealing with true evil, that the spirits that you're dealing with are just a living vulgarity, like they're here to just stain the earth with their evil. They just corrupt and destroy everything they touch in the worst possible way, in the most cruel possible way. And in that way, it's a faithful adaptation of the first movie, but also, I feel like in the style of the scares and the presentation of the story, it's a lot more like The Exorcist 3, which is why I'm so glad that I watched it last night, because it made for a really good bit of added context, especially Pazuzu's speech to me in the end, about how it basically does this because it considers humanity to be ruined anyway, all on its own. That's kind of similar to me to the speech from the climax of The Exorcist 3. I am so stoked to be checking out religious horror for the first time. In a lot of ways, it's very similar to, like, your typical haunting horror, but it's so much bigger than that, and in a way, I feel like it's so much weightier than that. Like, the stakes are so much higher, and I think that really came across in this game. But if you like this video, and if you like this series, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that is at the Discord, which I will link in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Good job, me.